A Kultured Kast has been created for entertainment and educational purposes. The advice given are opinions of our host and not of medical advice. The podcast is not a substitute for direct, personalized, professional medical care and diagnosis. Exercises and dietary advice mentioned should be discussed with your physician or personal trainer to find out what is best for you.
This episode is brought to you in partnership with Myodynamic Health. Locations in Barrie and Innisfil, Myodynamic offers physiotherapy, chiropractic, custom orthotics, massage therapy, acupuncture, and so much more. Visit them online at myodynamic.ca and book your next treatment today and optimize your health. Not to mention, if you are an active member at Athletic Kulture, you will receive 15% off any treatment.
This episode is brought to you by OutdoorPizzaOvens.ca, located in Oro and taking online orders. Outdoor Pizza Ovens is your source for every kind of wood-fired pizza oven you can imagine, with incredible models starting from just $1,500. Don't miss out. Summer's just beginning, and it's time that you started having outdoor pizza. Use promo code AKKAST for 5% off your order. Again, that's AKCast with a K for 5% off your order.
Welcome to a special edition of the Kultured Kast. We're going to do a PT roundtable. Big Papa Mac, CJ Fitness, Full Fit Performance Training, the big guy, the little, or the pretty boy, right? Pretty boy, the little man. Oshkosh, pretty boy, little man. He's a little pissed off because we raised the height of the table, so it makes him look even shorter, but that's okay. Welcome back, Paula, Mr. Caden Head, and our special new guest, our new trainer at AK, Michelle McLean. Welcome to the roundtable.
Thank you so much.
Yay. Let's get right into it. Jeff, we'll start with you, buddy. What's your biggest pet peeve in the gym?
Oh, there's too many. There's too many. If I had to pick one, it would just be excessive grunting, like pointless noise made. Yeah.
Jake witnessed a little freak out that I had the other day. Do you remember that? The guy at the squat rack?
Oh, yeah.
Jake was leaving the gym and this guy's squatting and he's going up and he's absolutely just like yelling at the top of his lungs. And I just fucking lost my mind at the front desk. Yeah, lost it.
Yeah, but you didn't walk up to him.
I was going to say, did you go around to him and talk to him?
No, he just got mad.
No,
that doesn't count.
He thought about it, though.
I just thought something terrible.
Gosh,
No, you know
darn
why?
it.
Because it happens in the gym all the time and no one does anything. So why?
What, you mean like the other night when you heard it happen, you didn't do anything about it?
Yeah.
You got to lead by example there.
Yeah,
buddy.
pal.
Well, it's happened all the time. No one else says anything. So
I say something,
You
especially
lead.
with the pack deck outside my office. I've lost it a few times already.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to move that piece of equipment.
Are people like maxing out on a pec deck?
No, it's this. Oh.
And then let it
As
go.
long as it's not like a sensual type of.
Oh, no, that's encouraged.
Uncomfortable.
No,
That's
there was. We
encouraged.
did have a member at one point, and when I was training one of my younger guys, you know him, the younger.
Yeah.
We were upstairs in the green room, the kryptonite room before, and every kickback was.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. It made me feel uncomfortable.
And then-
it made me feel uncomfortable.
And it was a
My
guy?
client, no, it was a girl.
Yeah.
But my client, the young teenager, did not glance over, did not anything. And then
Really?
after like her fourth set, you just see a smirk come across her face.
I'm going to get in so much trouble here. I'm going to throw my wife under the bus. When we were prepping for our shows before, we worked out at a bodybuilding gym here in town, right? Years ago. And it was only like this woman's strong, like her legs, everything are insane.
Yeah.
But when she goes over to abdominals and do straight core, honest to God, Tammy, I love you, but she'd be able to, and then every guy's like in the middle and they're all like,
Whoa.
Tammy's doing that?
Yeah.
oh yeah.
It's like a
buddy.
mating call.
Oh yeah.
You guys can't watch this
It's
episode
a
again.
mating call. Oh yeah. Okay. Pet peeve, Paula.
Probably when people take their shirts off and flex. I don't even know if that's Do they still do that?
Unless you're doing it in the reflection of the car.
we have a posing
No,
room.
in front of everyone. In front of everyone. It annoys me, especially when I'm with a client and they're like taking photos and fly. I just don't look over there.
Honestly, I think I need to hire security.
Yeah.
Like that stuff pisses me
Andrew,
off.
I was gonna say we have members.
we have members that are willing to
No, yeah, I know, but then the police will be called every 5 minutes. He's gonna beat everybody up.
Yeah.
What about you?
Okay, so pet peeve for a specific reason is the general disregard for the gym. Those people that, they throw the paper towel and it like bounce off the side of the garbage and they look at it for a second and then keep walking. Right?
Yeah.
Or the people that don't wipe down the equipment.
Yeah.
And I think it's because something else could be a pet peeve. Maybe someone grunts or something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, you grunt, I don't like it. You're probably not a bad person.
Mhm.
If you do that, I actually think that you're a bad person.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm actually like, oh my God, your place must be
Just
Oh my God,
disgusting.
yeah.
Right? Or they're so used to their like going to the bathroom and the toilet's not flushed. What the fuck do you do at home?
That's what I mean.
Like how bad does it get at home where you go, oh, fuck.
Yeah, there's
I might as well flush now.
And then it doesn't go down.
Yeah.
There's other pet peeves where I'm like, oh, I'm a little annoyed. Where this one, I'm actually like, okay, I've decided that I don't like you as a human being.
Yeah.
It's like the entitlement,
Yeah,
right?
That's exactly where I was going to.
Because
It's like they think they own it.
it doesn't just exist in the gym.
Yeah.
That is.
And that's how I would describe mine too. It's not one specific thing. It's just like people who just don't care about the people around them. Whether that's unracking your 45-pound plates when they're like, feet off the ground,
Corey,
body odor.
Corey,
off the
Corey,
ground.
you know it's Michelle's turn, right? You know it's Michelle's
No.
turn.
Oh, we going in direct order?
No, you want to take over? No.
Just like to say.
Type in here.
No, we're very specific.
Welcome to Corey's podcast.
Yeah, we're very
Sponsored by CJ Fitness.
She's not here just to
Oshkosh.
watch.
Okay, I just like hanging out.
No, it's okay.
Appreciate it.
I didn't know we were going in specific.
That's okay, pal.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
we're talking about it.
There
You
was
might
no
as well
pattern
finish.
at all.
Yeah.
So do you have a space for one outside of
I
entitlement?
think like the biggest one for me is kind of like going off of what you said, like when people are doing what's it called? Like when they're just taking up all the weights, like they'll get 5 sets of dumbbells
Right. Yeah.
and they're like, I'm using this, or the biggest one for me is like when you're literally on one end of the gym and then they're doing superset on the other side of the
Oh
gym.
my God, that happened yesterday.
And you'll see it all the time. I was like, but just make your programming a little bit more, like
Efficient,
sustainable and like efficient, right? Like,
Yeah.
why are you taking 5 minutes to go from one end of the gym to we got a pretty big ass gym,
Yeah.
so it doesn't even make sense.
Well, Jake and I walked out of an interview the other night and there's a phone sitting there and literally there's no one within a row and a half. And I'm like, oh, someone picked up. So I picked up the phone. I'm like, hey, bud, is that yours? And he goes, oh, no, it's the guy over there. And I'm like,
A phone, a towel.
like this also the guy
water
comes
bottle.
running over to the gym. I'm supersetting. Here's your phone, idiot. Like, fuck. Like, how about you superset within a couple of machines?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
totally
make sense.
agree.
Yeah, so
Totally
that
agree.
would be like my biggest one. Just make sure like your programming is efficient. Like I just find it stupid, like for even just for yourself, let alone the other people around you. I don't know what your workout's gonna be, so let's just share the equipment.
We also have like a lot of equipment. We have multiples of it, like the pec deck.
Oh, yeah.
Deck,
Chances are-
rows, lap
yeah,
pull
like you can
downs.
find
Yeah.
something that's like the same thing closer to you.
Well, go back to when I was the only person in the gym. And then Mr. came up to me and like, can I get on the equipment?
yeah.
It's like, are you fucking kidding me? There's 200 pieces of equipment in here. But like, it doesn't even matter. I'm going to go to Michelle's point. It doesn't matter if we have multiple pieces. Fucking pivot.
Yeah.
Like, you know how busy we are. You're not going to be able to just check off every piece of equipment, especially as trainers. You guys
they
know
have
that in
like
there.
a program with them and they're like, oh, I have to do this and like I'm gonna wait around or try to ask someone like mid set. Like my favorite was when I was doing a chest press, not at this facility, but I'm doing a chest press and it's like 135 pounds over, like it was an incline over my head.
Yeah.
And someone's like trying to get my eye like my
You're in the middle of a rep?
attention as I'm in the middle of the rep and they're like, but I want to work in with you. Yeah, like imagine like you're about to die underneath this bar and you're like, no, can you stop what you're
Look
doing?
at me and stop paying
look at
attention
me
to yourself.
and stop.
Yeah.
So that just drives me crazy.
I bet it, but isn't that how you picked up your boyfriend?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay. Just wanted to put that. Just wanted to toss that out there. Pretty sure he was in the middle of a deep squat and you walked up and said,
I told him,
hello.
I was like, hey, listen, like I know I squat over 225 pounds, but do you mind just spotting me?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, so yeah.
He's like, you're gonna have to spot me. He's like, sure, yeah. What are you doing? You're like RDLs.
Yeah.
Hip
thrusts?
If you spot me,
Can you be the weight for my hip thrust?
That's funny. I didn't know that.
Here we go.
That's
Here we
actually
go.
how we went. So,
I was in Toronto.
yeah, like Mississauga.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Have you seen him?
I saw videos.
He's
on
a
Instagram
dude.
the other day.
Yeah.
He's a dude.
Yeah.
He's
gonna be so happy.
His
watching
chest?
this after. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, they're
Is like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I looked over and like, fuck, is that necessary?
Come on. And how often have you done that at our gym?
Yeah, like-
Most
Yeah.
people look at you. Yeah.
You do the exact same thing that he does. You're like, he's dick.
Well, then he went and did 1,000 push-ups. Yeah. Beat this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't
All right.
take my eyes off him.
Let's go technical, and we'll start with you.
We
Squatting
completely
past
skip-
parallel. Yes or no?
I think it depends on like your knee mobility. I don't know. Like for me, I find like
So you're 90 and back up.
yeah.
Okay.
For me.
I think, so I think it depends on like dorsiflexion, everything, right? Like if I can sit with my feet shoulder width apart, slightly out, and I can sink down into a squat where I don't have massive butt wink, my ankles aren't lifting up from the floor, that's completely healthy, right?
Yeah.
Same with if you have that dorsiflexion and that knee flexion, and I can like put my knees over my toes and feel good and feel strong, that is healthy.
Yeah.
But if you say like, I need to go ass to grass, and then all of a sudden your heels are coming up, your knees are
And you're
caving
risking
in,
injury.
right? Maybe that's not good for you.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong inherently with an ass to grass squat.
Yeah.
No, isn't ass to grass, doesn't that engage more glute?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure it does.
Yeah.
100% it does.
Yeah.
But again, I think like what Jake's saying too is like if you see a butt wink, then obviously like you're not someone that should be going that low.
Yeah, like massive amount. It's just curving right under. And again, like you're really struggling, like you're to offset your inability to like dorsiflex your knees forward. A lot of people cave in.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Automatically.
Yeah. Right. So then obviously those are things you have to address.
Yeah. And really, it doesn't matter what weight you have on the bar. If your knees start pivoting in, you're putting undue stress on stress on that joint that you don't need to do.
It's the same idea as like anything overhead, right? Like I have really good shoulder mobility. So with no weight, I can have good shoulder mobility. So like adding weight is not an issue. I'm just gonna like throw Corey right under the bus here and drive right over him. Okay.
Yeah.
So Corey has bad shoulder mobility, right? You can't like really flex back.
Yeah.
So the idea, if you can't naturally do it without weight, you shouldn't be using weight to force it into that position and then start doing reps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So then one person, it's completely healthy. It's actually beneficial to load that position, where another person, it's clearly not.
Yeah.
This is why Jake can't go first on questions because he covers fucking everything. Next questions, start with Jeff.
Do you have any comments to that?
Like I'm a strength coach, so I'm always gonna have that annoying answer where it depends. Like it depends on what. If you're gonna be loading it, then depending on like your mobility, your like stability within that range. So you actually have to have that mobility, like you were saying. But are you able to stay strong within that range? Like if your knees are caving in, if you're losing the stability within the ankles, then obviously then we would have to shorten the range of motion that you're going through. But like for myself, like I'll do a mobility routine and then I'm just trying to get as low as I can, like working within the hips and stuff like that. So it might be great if you're just doing a mobility routine and like you're not loading the exercise, but I'm assuming
just getting into like a deep squat and holding it.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So that would be really great. But in terms of you just trying to load the exercise and just trying to get ass to grass, like I personally will go lower than 90 because I have that capability. I have that ability to go into that range. And right now I'm trying to get up to 315 with my squat. I do have
That a girl?
Yeah.
Were you at 295?
Yeah. So right now I'm just squatting like 295, but then there's that like little sticky point. So then I'll just do box squats, right? Like really just try to strengthen within that range that I'm weak in, which is not going to be the bottom. It's going to be that halfway top position. So I'm always going to say like it depends on the person's abilities and what their goals are.
And like a lot of people that you start training with too, like they'll just think like if I can have the weight on my back and I can get down as low as I can get and get it back up, I can do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So these are obviously things that you want to go over like during the assessment, kind of teach them like, hey, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
100%.
Yeah. And my mentality with that too is if you're starting with a beginner and or like a young athlete that I used to specialize in, my mentality is start with the bar. Start with the lightest thing possible and make them go ass to grass. And then you're correcting their posture and technique throughout the whole thing. And then you slowly add on the weight. And if as you're adding on the weight, now their range changes, my first mentality is, okay, now I got to back off the weight. Because why is he stopping or she stopping at 90 when she or he was perfect the rep before, but I've added 5 pound plates. Okay, then I shouldn't be adding the 5 pound plates.
Yeah, exactly.
My mentality is if you want full development in your glutes and your quads, you got to go ass to the grass. Just lighten the load.
But you can really apply that to any exercise too.
100%.
Yeah.
But you know the people in the gym, they're like, oh no, man, I have 4 plates. Who cares if you have 4 plates? You're going like this or you're going like this.
Yeah.
No, and I think that becomes at the young age, and I think that becomes or when you're a beginner, like a 40-year-old could be a beginner.
Yeah.
I didn't start weightlifting until I was 39. But I remember my first trainer just gave me a bar and went down, and oh man, I was worse than you.
Yeah.
I was literally, my chest was past my knees. I got up and he goes, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
So he put a wooden pole against my back. And he goes, that wooden pole has to touch the back of your head, your shoulder blades, and your ass the whole way, as straight as possible.
Like the dowel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's great for hinging
buddy, it
movements
was
too.
fucking, it changed. And literally I couldn't do a bar. And he goes, okay, put the bar away. Let's just stand in the middle of the gym and do it until you got it right. And then we went back to the bar.
Wow.
Where people's mentality is, no, I gotta
go heavier.
Yeah. And heavier. A rep of 30
heavier.
degrees is more important than a full range at no weight. That's just mine.
Well, there's a member, I haven't seen him since. I think he might have been on a day pass, but I was training my client in the one squat rack and I see this kid and he's squatting a plate and he was pretty good. And then he kept upping the weight and it got dirtier and dirtier to the point where I'm like, and his last one, he had 275 on the bar. And he went down and he hit a stuck point.
Oh, gotcha.
And then he rotated at the hips to get it up.
Oh my God.
And that's when I'm like, all right, buddy. Like I was like, is this a what would you do moment? You know, that.
Well, so hold on. Is that the same as when Corey didn't go and talk to the guy that was squatting? That's what we do.
He failed. Yeah.
Well, I just put it down there.
John Coveris did not come out for him. And then I went up to the guy. I said, hey, like just a tip. I'm a trainer here, but I would suggest lighten up the weight, focus on your form, quality over quantity. And he looks at me, he's like, okay. And then I go to walk away and he takes the 25 off and I'm like, wicked, this worked. And he puts a 45 on. It almost breaks my heart. And he got stuck. And then he finally got it up in the dirtiest way. Yeah. Racks the bar, strips the weight, goes to do bench press, does one set and leaves. And I could tell he was broken.
Like
injury, but it's all about status. It's all about, is that person watching me or I know what that guy did.
Well, what's one of the first questions people ask you? What do you bench? What do you squat?
100%.
And then if you say, I squat, 225 with perfect form, or I squat 5.
Yeah,
that's 500 pounds.
I do slight knee bends.
Yeah.
With 5 plates.
Or the question like, so what can you bench? What's your 1 RM? Never done one.
Yeah.
No.
Why? Because they're fucking dangerous. That's why. I don't need to know what the,
exactly.
what the max
unless you're a
number is.
powerlifter, like there's really
that's a really good point. You're strong, man. Like you're trying to get to a certain level, but why am I not getting to that level with 8 to 10 reps
And
or
even then,
6 to 8
you're not
reps?
trying to PR every time you come into
Okay, I think that's important. Because even powerlifters don't
PR
every time.
They don't PR.
No,
they do a
Really.
percentage and then they're like at the end of their program, that's their PR.
Yeah, they're obviously gonna have like a lower rep scheme, higher set scheme than a regular bodybuilder, but they're not, because we do have kids that come in. And they're like, I PR every week.
And it's not even a real PR because when they're doing bench, their ass is off the bench. They're twitching and
I'd love to know who they're. I'd love to know
If you took the barbell off, you know what I mean? Like did this, it's an exorcism.
Yeah,
like, that's what an exorcism looks like.
watching the top. Polly, don't twist too much. That ice pack might get out of your jeans.
Speaking of back injuries,
She PR'd Monday to Friday last week. She PR'd.
So talking about shoulder mobility, and I believe shoulder being one of the weakest joints in anatomy. Lat pull down behind your head, V in front of your head. You shake your head no right away. So let's start with you.
Absolutely not. Like anytime I see people doing it, because you have to think of it like, is it functional? Like when are you ever taking a weight and pulling it behind your head? Usually people don't understand like the idea of like what functional training or like functional movements are, right? So anytime you're doing a lat pull down, it's, if you're falling, right? Like how do you pull yourself up? Usually your hands are going to be in front of your body and not in the back, right? Yeah. And then also just looking at the muscle fibers and like the way that their alignment, like you're just asking yourself to put into
or you're just driving the weakest part of your joint
at the
forward.
Shoulder joint, right?
And
Exactly.
your neck, especially when it goes forward. Right?
Yeah, that's called traps, and then putting pressure on your shoulder joint. Like in terms of like where the lats, like if people are just trying to engage their lats, which I'm assuming is why you're doing a lat pull down, the lats come from the back and then insert in the front of the shoulder. So it makes sense to do internal rotation instead of external, right? So
any course I've ever taken, any cert I've ever got, I've never been taught to do anything like that.
Never.
Yeah, no.
But that's kind of funny. I love it because I think the rhomboids and your mid traps but the reason I ask it is because I'm wrong. I love doing the exercise because the weakest part of the shoulder joint, which are actually 2 joints, which a lot of people don't realize,
Scapula,
your
like the shoulder.
your glenohumeral joint
Yeah.
is so exposed once you do this, and that's exactly the motion of driving the shoulder forward that you don't want.
Yeah.
So are you trying to train like your ligaments and tendons like for that front of the shoulder?
I'm
like,
just talking about the
what was your
development of the rhomboids and the mid traps.
Yeah, but that would be a pull movement, right?
yeah,
like that would be like an
100%.
upright row, maybe.
Well, there's other ways to do
even
it.
like a horizontal.
Well,
pull,
it's the old
stuff
school
like that.
bodybuilders that made that famous. Like
Yeah.
Mike O'Hearn
Yep.
still does it.
Yeah.
And he does it with a ton of plates.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and I would argue that you can look at it from the same way as you look at your ass to grass squat, in the
Mhm.
sense that you can say like, okay, technically speaking, if you have the mobility necessary in your upper body, then
Then you can.
you can.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
the ROI on those two exercises are massively different.
100%.
Yeah,
So why would you,
100%.
right? If there's
Yeah.
a small amount of risk to doing a ass to grass squat, that's an easy
Yeah.
decision to make, right?
Yeah.
So what do you
Because
think?
there's so much benefit to it. There's very, very, very little benefit to throwing in a behind the neck lat pull down into your program. So even if you do have the mobility, the ROI is not there.
Why? Yeah,
Right.
why? There's other ways to do
Yes,
it.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and safer and like
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
maybe efficient.
Totally
stuff like
agreed.
that.
I'm just an idiot, and I'll probably continue to do it.
Mike
Or
O'Hearn
when I start
shoulder
lifting again, I'll
presses
Yeah.
Behind
from
the neck.
behind his
Yeah.
head, and he'll do like 2 or 3 plates that way.
Yeah.
But Mike O'Hearn,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
the natty guy,
Yeah. Yeah. We say
the
that. John, right?
OG liver king,
Wait, he's doing overhead presses
From
or
behind.
From behind.
So like if you were in a squat position squatting like that, he's pressing.
You want to talk about exposure
actually,
for your
that-
joint, your shoulder
that
joint.
would be different, right? Like if you're going to be doing Olympic lifting, right? Like you're
You
trying
have
to do a
to,
snatch.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would make sense. But I'm just thinking like a pull on the way down. But maybe I don't know, right? Like
Well,
train
any
more as,
any
like,
type of
bodybuilding.
what I've been taught is anything behind the head that you're pressing is risk for a neck injury. Period.
Yeah.
It
Whether
is,
it's a
but I guess
pull down
it
or-
depends on your sport, right? Like
Yeah.
there's always going to be that annoying.
He's just a bodybuilder.
answer.
Yeah, and if you-
He's an
when-
artist.
When you look at when Mitch did 309, like there's no compare. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's turning his torso to drive as
Oh, yeah.
well, right? So
Well, even
there's-
when you see him do like the log press or anything, like he is so.
arched.
Yeah.
Oh my
Arched.
God, yeah, it's almost
And,
like, a press.
We're taught
Well,
not to
yeah,
do
a
that,
chest press.
but for
Yeah.
his sport and
Exactly.
with his
Yeah.
mobility
Access
and
strength, yeah.
the belts he's got, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
So.
for sure.
Totally situational.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
100%.
All right, so let's bash some more CrossFitters because I fucking love that. I want everyone at home, for our listeners and our viewers, and if you're a viewer, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Google kipping, and then just sit back for fucking 60 minutes and laugh your ass off because there's bodies flying all over these boxes. Which I've never actually seen in a gym, a body go flying from someone doing a pull up or a muscle up. Just having said
It's like
that,
a salmon out of water.
so it's actually really good. Yes or no, kipping.
No.
Is there a benefit at all?
Well, I think
Yes.
like we had,
Okay.
yeah, and I think it's endurance. It's just cardio
Yeah.
to them. They're not specifically trying to train, the muscles that are in a pull up.
Right.
They're just doing it for cardio sake
Yeah.
and endurance.
Okay. So
And
so
I would argue that's not even true.
No?
No. If you ask someone, why are you doing kipping pull-ups? And like they're someone who
Trains to
Does
cross.
trains in CrossFit, does
Yeah,
kipping pull-ups,
yeah.
they're not going to say cardio.
Well, we had a guest on it. She said it's cardio.
Yeah.
But if I can guarantee you, if you ask more people who they're not going to say, they're going to say it allows them to do more pull-ups.
So more
That's
endurance.
so it's a training technique for an actual pull up
Yeah,
or
but
a
they're-
muscle up.
They're not going to say I'm working on my cardiovascular system. They're going to say, well, I'm doing a WOD
Mhm.
and I have to get 40 pull-ups, right? I'm going to kip so I can get 40 pull-ups in one set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead
Yeah.
of doing strict pull-ups and I have to do like 8 at a time.
Okay. So no, in the CrossFit Games, is kipping not an
It
event
is, yeah.
in and out of some of the events?
Yep.
Okay. So it's
It's-
not
it's-
just a
it's a
training
piece of an
technique.
event.
Right.
And
Oh,
sorry,
okay. Yeah.
kipping pull-ups is not an event. It's just they say you have to do pull-ups and that's the easiest way to do pull-ups.
No.
Yeah, they're
No,
not
I
like
think
four
kipping.
minutes.
I could be wrong. No.
No.
Really?
no,
Okay.
It's
We
just
need a
that's-
computer person.
That's
Yeah.
the,
That's usually
What
Yeah, where's your laptop?
Can we get a fact check?
no, it's the idea that like pull-ups are in the thing. Okay, so you have to do 40 pull-ups before you move on to this.
So they should do it because they can do them
they can
faster.
do them faster. Yes, that's the only
Okay.
that is
All
that's what I said. That
Then
is
why
the
do they call it
benefit-
kipping?
So it's like
'Cause it's a
speed and
style.
power training?
Right?
Mm.
Like they say, like there's kipping pull-ups, there's butterfly pull-ups, like different styles of pull-ups.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They're just never going to do strict pull-ups because that's
It's harder.
That's harder.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So Paula, do you believe that it's beneficial to use momentum in an exercise? Because I've always been taught no.
Strict.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say so, especially for something as like enduring as that.
Yo.
I didn't even know what Kipling was till today. So I thought we were talking about those muscle ups, and I was like, oh, those are hard.
The guy from Squat University
Yeah.
did an analysis of Eddie Hall's record-breaking deadlift.
Yeah.
and he actually rolls the bar in, and then because it's momentum, he's able to get the weight up.
Yeah.
Where if it was a dead stopped bar, he doesn't think he'd probably get it up.
Which is actually in the name
Yeah.
of deadlift. There should be no motion in the bar.
But he rolled it towards him, and you'll see them do it, and then they'll lift it up.
Yeah.
So some momentum, I think, could be beneficial without any risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what about like kettlebell swings?
That's a good question, actually.
But
That's
what I
all
was going to say
momentum,
is that let's say we had a competition. So you and some random person at the gym. We said it was the
win.
amount of okay. So you and Paula
Doesn't even know
You
the
and Paula.
competition
No.
yet.
Saying I'd win.
She's a winner.
At Gym Fits.
The competition was bicep curls.
Yeah, I'd win.
I know you. I know you. But we said doesn't really, we're not going to call you on form or anything. It's just as long as
Just
the weight,
go.
as long as the weight hits the bottom, as long as the weight hits the top, we're going to count it.
Yeah.
What are you going to go like this?
No, you're torquing your whole torso.
You know what I mean?
I'm barbell swinging it up.
Yeah.
We're literally like humping the bar. So it goes up, you know what I mean?
Hey, that's my next question.
Yeah.
Stop that.
Using
But-
my knee.
But that's the same thing as pull-ups.
Yeah.
In a competition, they say you can do pull-ups, and no one's going to.
And there's no rules. There's no guidelines.
Well, there is rules. There is rules. You need to hit a dead hang.
Yeah.
You don't need to like have a dead hang. You hit the bottom.
Yeah.
And your chin needs to go above the top. That's it. You
Right.
do whatever you want in between.
Yeah, but is kipping not your chest above? Like they're not just going.
So they have-
kipping is all the way up, is it not?
No, there's
So-
chest to bar
Yes, they have
Okay.
pull-ups and chest to bars.
and then toes to bar.
So chest to bar. So from
Usually-
dead hang to chest to bar is not a kip.
No, so kipping is a style.
Yeah,
so there's
it's
kipping, butterfly, different styles of way you move your body up and down.
Yeah.
It's just there's so they'll say like, okay, 40 pull-ups. Now you just need to.
And you choose what style.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And
Okay.
again, you're going to do the pull-up and they're going to try to get the most amount of time. So you're just going to do the pull-up and just, you know what I mean? Like swing and just get your chin above bar. But if they say the in the WOD was 40 chest to bars, now it's different, right?
Okay.
You have to swing harder and you do like a butterfly and come in. So now you can come quickly and
Right.
bounce off of
Yeah,
it. And
which
go
which
down.
they do.
Yes, which they do.
Not to mention like the injury of propelling yourself back 10 feet.
Yeah.
But there's like shoulders,
Yep.
your chin. Like
Yep.
the videos I've seen, it's
Yeah.
just,
Oh my God,
I
it's
actually, I get down a rabbit hole. I laugh so freaking
Yeah.
hard.
But
I
I just don't think any
That
real
and Planet
CrossFitter-
Fitness videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
So
good
good.
too.
We're gonna have all zero CrossFitters that listen to our podcast
Yeah.
just raging.
Well, I think Jacob's a closet
He's very
CrossFitter right now, isn't he?
Yeah.
What's going
I did
on?
CrossFit for quite a while.
Ah,
So.
there you go. Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Now you come to the right side. I like it. Any opinion on kipping or?
Oh, thank God I'm not a CrossFitter, so I don't have those issues. But for me personally, like I guess it's always gonna say like depends on your sport. Like obviously, like if you're doing CrossFit for whatever reason, then sure. But in terms of like usually I'll get clients that want like strength and bodybuilding and stuff like that. So it's always strict movements, controlled movements, and getting the actual muscle contraction, not just doing the movement to do the movement. So in terms of like strength training, like doing like the power lifts, like I'll use momentum like on the way down, like in order to get like a bench press up or that would probably be like the only time that I can really think of like on the top of my head. So in terms of like kipping, I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a similar opinion. I didn't know. I was like Paula. I actually thought it was more like a muscle up type thing. But now that you guys are talking about it, I know exactly what it is. I have seen people do it in the gym.
Yeah, no, that's Scott guy does fucking 15 muscle ups just like that.
That's impressive.
Okay, but I don't find his as exaggerated as kipping.
Well, no,
I find
because
his
it's a
very
muscle up.
fluid.
Yeah, so a muscle up is
Yeah.
basically like a pull up with a leg, like a hanging leg raise.
Yeah.
To get your weight up, and then it's a
Well, that's more control.
push up. Yeah.
But I've seen people do pull-ups that are all over the place too. He's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't think he comes 6 inches from the bar.
No.
He's so impressive.
And a muscle up is a calisthenic movement, not a CrossFit movement. So
Yes.
that's why it's
Yes.
different.
Very good point.
It really
Very
is
good
just
points.
the highest pull up you can possibly do and the lowest dip you can possibly do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's just
Yeah.
putting those two positions
Yeah.
together. And
But do you not have to go all the way down to a dead hang for a muscle up?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I just want to do
yeah.
it. Okay. So let's get into rapid fire questions because I got the red light, and we'll start with you, Paula.
Okay.
How many gym outfits should a person have, and how many do you personally have?
I don't want to say personally.
Oh
but-
no, sorry. I'm sorry.
need
I'm sorry.
one.
Did you not get the rules to the podcast? You don't get to choose which question you get to answer.
You need one every day of the week because, every day's a new day. And we can mix and match too. I have too many.
Okay, so if you were to wear one fit every day, how many days would you go before you double dipped?
Can I mix and match?
Yes.
What?
No. One
No.
outfit all the way across the board.
Yeah, like once you've worn it, it's in the laundry.
Yeah.
And, you know.
I would say like 40 to 50 days.
Wow.
That's wild.
That's
I
insane.
have like 4
have,
shorts
like-
that I wash twice a week.
I have like a drawer of shorts, but I have my 6 that I go to.
Yeah, that's exactly me. I have like a bunch of clothes, but like I only really like these 5.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't even know like my morning routine. Like I wake up and I have my coffee and I open my drawer and I'm like, oh, what are we gonna wear today? And everything's like a lineup. All my leggings folded, my sports
When I got
clothes.
stuck in Florida, she called me. She goes, hey, I'm just organizing my stuff. Maybe you can help me sort through stuff. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, what do you think? Should I get rid of it? And I'm like, when was the last time you wore it? She goes, I haven't worn it.
Should I get rid of it?
I'm
I
like,
haven't worn
okay,
it?
well, like,
Should you
get
have
rid
even
of
bought
it. You're not going to wear it. She goes, you know what? I think I will. And she puts it in like the keep pile. And then she's like, what about this? I'm like, when was the last time you wore it? She goes, oh, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months. I'm like, do you think you're going to wear it again? She's like, yeah, I probably will. Yeah, this is not going well. I think she tossed 2 things and that was it.
That was a good day.
And then she's off the phone with you. She put them back in the
Yeah.
keep pile.
That's right. Yeah.
if you don't count like random things like, you know, my puffy winter jacket or like I have snow pants, you know what I mean? If you don't count like those things, if you give me one like travel bag, I can fit all my clothes in.
Yeah. You actually are, you were built to live on a desert island, deserted
Yes.
desert island. You
Yeah.
really
He's
were.
a minimalist.
I would live my best life actually.
Yes.
Yeah, just give him like internet connection so he can keep reading books on his Kindle.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Like, if you
Yeah,
give
that
like,
island would be so organized.
Oh, wouldn't it? Oh my God. Every grain of sand would be in order.
You
there
know,
would be systems in place.
when a coconut like falls down the tree, it comes down a chute.
Yeah, exactly.
Gets cut by a monkey.
Yeah. I've organized. I have a team.
That's hilarious.
God. All right. Would you rather give up coffee or sweets?
I don't drink coffee, so
That's an easy one for you.
Yeah. Me and the
You're fucked.
yeah.
What would you rather give up?
No, I'm highly caffeinated. I don't
Yeah.
take pre-workout. It's just straight espresso
Just-
shots.
Wait, who was drinking the energy? Jake. Oh, Jake was drinking the energy.
Yeah.
Definitely not
Yeah.
me.
I would give up sweets. 100%.
Sweets.
Yep.
So all you coffee drinkers are addicted, and Corey and I aren't. That's basically what
We're
it
at
is.
You drink coffee?
Buddy, no, I can't get past the smell. I've never tasted it.
What about
I walk into a
Breath, the
Starbucks.
coffee
What
breath.
about energy
I walk into
drinks?
Starbucks and I'm like,
What about energy drinks?
okay, oh yeah, energy drinks. Yeah,
Okay, well, that's
two a
caffeine.
day. Yeah, but it's
coffee,
no,
coffee.
coffee.
Oh,
the taste,
okay,
just the
right.
taste and smell. I
Yeah.
can't. Oh, I love
coffee- the
caffeine,
coffee
buddy. I
breath.
love caffeine. Yeah, oh baby. When you asked me what the energy drinks, I'm like, I got a 6-pack over there. Fuck.
Oh my.
It's funny. It's funny though that you say that because like if it's like a good quality black coffee, the smell,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Addicted.
Yo.
like,
Me too.
oh,
I love-
best thing ever.
I love
I
when
just
you talk
vomited in my
dirty,
mouth.
Jake.
Yeah.
Just disgusting. Okay, what's your favorite day of the week?
Monday.
Mine too.
Monday. Yeah.
Monday, yeah.
Friday.
Friday?
Yeah, no,
We fucking idiots say Monday, eh, Michelle? Like,
I love
idiots.
Mondays.
Yeah, I'd say Sunday or Monday.
Friday.
Sunday, well, Sunday. Okay, back to the friggin' football.
Oh no,
All right.
oh, I wasn't even thinking about football.
Oh, you
Oh,
weren't?
yeah,
No,
Fridays.
no.
Now he's thinking about those
Yeah.
things. 100% Sunday.
That was
That's a good point, Todd.
That was definitely
Yeah, he doesn't even realize it's because of football with how hard grained it is in him.
Yeah,
He's just like
that's
Sunday.
right. Yeah, he just says it. What's your love language? Sorry, you, Michelle.
I think it would be physical touch. Definitely like always touchy feelies or words of affirmation. Those are like my top
Oh,
two.
very
like, Tell me
good.
I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Tell me you love me.
Yes.
Andrew. He's really good with it though. So that's why we're
If you just tag him at the bottom of the episode.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
definitely am.
Yeah.
So that's me.
Yeah. Acts of service.
Yes. Yep.
Mine's words and quality time. Is that one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, physical touch and words of affirmation.
Right on.
Quality
Love it.
time is cool. Like a-
Mine,
Yeah.
yeah, I would say.
I feel like everybody has like a little bit like
Yeah.
of everything,
Oh, yeah,
but you have like your
absolutely.
two
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
one
I
or
think
two, like,
materials, the material one,
Gifts, isn't
gifts, yeah, is like the last.
The
Yeah,
last.
me too.
Yeah.
Me too. And I've changed because I'm the oldest one here. Mine have changed over time.
Yeah.
Like mine now with Tammy and I is definitely acts of service and
Yeah.
kindness, but it's banter. It's
Yep.
sense of humor. It's talking.
Oh, yeah.
Like the more we talk throughout the day, if it be via text, phone call, or in person, and getting to know our day, the closer you get. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I didn't have that before I met her. Right. It was
Right.
just it was either.
But like,
whatever,
do you and
right?
Tammy talk a lot during throughout the day?
It'll depend on what we're doing. Right. Like on Monday, she knows to kind of leave me alone because I'm real so busy. And then on Wednesdays, when she drives to Peterborough, I say, you check in with me. Right.
Yeah.
I don't want it. But other than that, it might be once every 2 or 3 hours. But it like just a simple, I say to her every morning, good morning, beautiful, with a heart.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
text
Yeah, I
her
do
that
that
every
too.
morning.
Yeah.
And then she'll say, hey, how are you? I love you too. Like, how was your sleep? And then to me, that's not just an act of service to me, which it kind of is because I'm showing her affection. But I'm letting her know you're on my mind.
Words of
I'm thinking about you.
Yeah. And I will say, because like you said, like gifts is like the last one. I feel like there's like, for me, if you got me like, hey, I got you a new nice watch. It's like, oh, thank you. Like I appreciate that. Thank you. But if someone was said like, hey, like I know you had a tough week, and I remember you mentioned last week that you're really craving this like chocolate bar or whatever. So I on my way home, I went out and got you it. I'm like,
oh yeah.
I love you, man.
Yeah.
No, I love you, man.
Gifts.
You would be invited to Jake's Island. You would be invited.
It really is an act of
It's like I'm
service.
thinking of you.
Yes.
Like
And I'm going out of my way. Like there's a difference between
That person would get
100%.
invited to your island.
Yes, exactly. They would be able to come.
Would we come?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. No. And your 50 outfits.
Yeah.
Guys, I
Your luggage would clutter his island.
Yeah, exactly. It's a minimalist island.
Yes.
Okay?
I had the chance to go to Ireland for medical school, and I said no because I was too stressed about how I was going to bring all my stuff over there. I couldn't.
Do not tell me that was the reason
No,
why
no,
you
it's
didn't.
not the reason. It's not the reason. I'm just saying that was like on my mind. I'm like, how do I pack 2 suitcases? Like, I don't even know. It stressed me
You're
out. I couldn't
breaking
sleep
my
at
heart.
night. I couldn't sleep at
You
night.
pass the check and wait.
Just saying. Okay, continue.
Well,
Okay.
it's funny that she says that,
Yeah.
saying like it's not even like she's going to a desert island. You know,
No,
it's like, I'm just
yeah,
going on a trip, and she's like, whoa, fuck, like I can't.
What's the luggage limit? How much is it per bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we always talk about the fact that if I could go anywhere with a flint knife
A
and fishing
knife,
line,
yeah.
I'm fine.
I'm good.
I'm fine.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah. Like drop me
You're
out.
just, you
drop me
guys
out-
are different.
Drop me out
Sleep at
naked
night.
with those things.
I'm good.
I'll be fine.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's a TV show called Naked and Afraid. You should totally apply.
Yeah.
All right, who's got it easier, men or women?
Men.
In what sense, though? Like just
We
in
had this
general?
conversation.
You cannot ask sub questions back to the Corey's learned that lesson the hard way.
Okay, wait, sorry. Who has it easier?
Who has it easier, men or women?
Men.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like it's not even.
Yeah, it's not even a question.
Yeah.
In what situation would you have said women?
No, I get what she's saying. There's like, I'm sure I can find anomalies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
If you're looking
in
at
general,
Yeah.
it's men.
I don't know. I'm feeling for my boyfriend. Like I know how like hard he works, and I'm just kind of like chilling throughout the
Yeah.
day. And I know like generally speaking, like we can talk about like men's like mental health and how like much stress they have. And like obviously like women kind of have like the same thing, but I guess like we have like our girls group. Like we feel more comfortable like having those conversations when
Yeah.
it's like men are like. It's like, oh no, like I could just have to like go through the shit and like mentally like it can be hard for them.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
am.
like, it depends.
Yeah. I am generally happy that that's changing. Like I talk to you about my feelings,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
good.
you know what I mean. Like
That's
it's
really
becoming
You hug it out.
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
have to go my
man.
tippy toes.
The best thing is Jake comes up to me. He's like,
It's a fragile state.
"You ever hug Corey?" And I said, "No, I don't think we have." And he's like, "Okay," because he probably doesn't want his face to be in front of your balls.
you ever
He's like, "I had to go on my tippy toes to hug you."
It'd be like Shaquille O'Neal. Have you seen the picture of Shaquille O'Neal?
Oh my
and
God.
that tiny girl.
Yeah,
That's his girlfriend. It's great.
that's me and you.
All right, we're gonna
Shaquille O'Neal and his side
the
chick.
tiny girl. That's the name of the next episode. All right, we're gonna end off this episode. By the way, we're doing 2 parts for this roundtable. So this is the last question for the first one. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? Oh,
I got some.
yeah, I know you do. Names, please.
I'm half Russian, so
You're
I didn't know that.
yeah, I'm
Comrade.
half Jamaican. So like, there's a lot of like weird kind of shit.
That's
so
an
like,
interesting combo.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. What's that like? I don't know. It's like, but yeah, like a lot of aggression for one. Lots of alcohol. Like,
Nice.
Like you'll
Oh,
get
you're gonna
people
fit
that are
right in.
absolute alcoholics in my family, but they're like functional alcoholics. You know what I mean?
Okay, well that's good. They're the best kind of
Yeah,
alcohol.
exactly. So, but like Russians like will do like this cow tongue with like hot mustard. That shit's so good.
Oh, see, I would eat that.
cow
I would eat
tongue,
that. I would eat that. It's weird. I would eat that.
There's like chicken hearts.
Look at
what
Corey's
else?
face.
He's about to throw up.
No,
This
you're
isn't.
not into that.
He's not even like. It's not even in front of him.
Yeah,
Just the words cow tongue. He's like,
Yeah, like but there's also like this it's like I think it's called like an aspic. It's basically like chicken.
aspic?
Yeah, it's like chicken soup, but it's like a jello.
Oh.
So it's like
Yeah, I know.
suspended chicken.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
soup.
texture for me.
That
That's
is-
good.
Yeah,
texture.
It's
Texture thing.
gross.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
can't do
know
the
how
texture.
I
my
will
family
eat-
eats it, but yeah, I think it's gross.
It's funny you say that because like when she's talking, I will eat any animal organ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
No
liver,
problem.
Chicken
Chicken
heart.
No.
Chicken jello is kind of gross.
Yeah.
but-
You give me fucking strawberry jello. I'm like,
It's just the texture. It's the texture.
You give him bull
I
testicle,
get
and he's
that.
like, "That's an organ.
Yeah,
Give it
that's
to
an
me."
organ.
Yeah.
I'll eat it.
Yeah.
Do I play with it first before I eat it, or like I'm not sure?
But jello? No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's
How does one of us follow up with that?
You two have it. I'm waiting for you last.
Yeah.
One time in Toronto, I had squid, and
It's so good. Calamari.
Yeah.
well, not calamari. So it started to
It was
crawl.
still crawling.
It started.
No.
It started to crawl off of the plate, and you had to slam it back and just start to put it down.
Okay,
and then and then it suctioned to the inside of my mouth.
Oh my god! How am I supposed to
Like,
follow
come
that
in.
up?
Again, that I'm like, I'll eat it, and then it's like
It was
Jell-O
crawling
dessert.
away from you, you murderer.
I don't eat your shit.
Course, so
Stay
basic.
away from these menus that you guys are on.
Okay, but sorry, why is if you said calamari, if they just killed it before they opened the door,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, I'm fine.
Why do you
I know.
have to kill it?
Total double standard.
You know what?
No
Because
problem with it.
it's killed, it's cooked, it's flavored, and you're just like, no.
But like,
Oh wait, let me get this back down.
Throw it back.
but I find that like, okay, so for example, like when me and the boys are out like in the backwoods and we're fishing, we'll fish, pull it up, and you're trying to get off the line, whatever. You like,
Just bite it?
you put it down,
Right.
beat it, and then eat it.
Like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
no.
don't cook it?
Yeah,
No, we cook it. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Well, I don't know though. I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's
you
how
beat
sushi.
it and then you eat.
But like, is that, you know what I mean? Would you say, oh, I can't do that?
Yep.
No, but you're saying like you ate like a live squid, like it was.
No,
still
I could eat
moving.
if we went
Yeah.
fishing and we cooked it right there in the woods. I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Life or death, you're eating.
Yeah.
But at a dinner table at a restaurant,
What's yours?
it's not happening.
Weird food.
Probably alligator, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I've had alligator, which is really, really good.
It actually is.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
kind of chicken.
Yeah.
Really, it is.
Yeah. Like it's like white meat, but it's very
quite
good.
good.
Yeah.
I would try that. Like, there's nothing
Yeah.
I wouldn't try. Like, I used to have a total wrong idea of like seafood. Like, I just didn't like the idea of eating seafood.
Yeah.
And then Hanmin, when she introduced me to the first time I ever had sushi, I was like 23 years old. Was the first because I had
Right.
the wrong idea of what sushi was. But yeah, I've tried like escargot.
So good.
Oh yeah,
Love
like,
it.
Oh yeah, with
yeah.
some
Love
garlic
it.
butter, giddy up. Oh yeah, eat
Oh, yeah.
that all day. But I'm not killing it on the table. It's crawling away from me.
I love lobster, but I have had an allergic reaction to it. One of my favorite starters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the first time I didn't know I had the allergic.
Yeah.
When I had alligator, it was alligator tacos.
Oh.
Oh,
wow.
That sounds good.
Oh.
What'd you have?
I just had straight alligator.
Oh, just straight alligator.
And like different sauces to dip it in.
So good.
What does it look
Yeah.
like? Like, is it like
It kind of looks like
like-
chicken. If someone said it was
okay.
chicken,
Yeah, yeah, you
might,
totally think it's
Yeah,
chicken.
you might
Really?
Question
mistake
it a
it.
little
Yeah,
bit,
you might
but-
question it a little bit.
Yeah.
Anything to add to that? Our
I've had kangaroo meat sticks,
ooh,
I've also had that.
Okay.
It's
They're
quite
good.
Yeah.
crickets,
Yep.
mealworms,
Nope.
That's
and
nice.
then one day I grabbed a bug off the wall at home.
Yes.
no?
Yes, we
And
know
I-
the story.
And I looked at my
we know
kids
the
and I was
story.
like, "You think I'll eat it?" And they're like, "No way!" And I went, "Ha!" And I threw it in my mouth, and it was fucking disgusting.
Oh shit.
Ew.
Like,
Wait, you were surprised by it?
Yeah.
you know what? I think there was a lot of dust on this bug. I think,
Right.
And it was just like,
Oh, it wasn't like
It was the
clean
dust that
bugs.
was just
Yeah.
no.
He didn't put it under the tap and
exactly.
wipe it off and
You
dip
didn't get
it
the
in some
salt or
sauces.
pepper out.
Hey,
Aw.
listen. Some flying bugs have. I did not realize that they had dust on their wings and stuff. And
Okay.
that went in my mouth. And that's what I tasted.
Okay, well, that's the end of this episode. We'll be back shortly. We'll see you on the next one of Cultured Kast. Like and subscribe.